Peace, peace, and harmony. Hope everybody doing their thing. So I'm gonna get into it real quick. The theme, it seems, is Earth's teaching, or let your passion speak. And this is for the new moon January 4th through the 6th, in a cusp between Capricorn and Aquarius, aka meaning all the teachings that you got from Capricorn, dealing with the Capricorn energy, you're taking initiative and communicating on it in an Aquarius way. So Aquarius is fixed air, you know what I mean? And Capricorn is cardinal earth. And they're both dealing with, you know, that logical side of the brain, that left side of the brain, that logical side of the brain, dealing with more grounded energies to a certain degree, because Aquarius is the most grounded out of the air signs, you know what I mean? And with that being said, the way that I've been overstanding the energy and, you know, just the vibes that I've been catching is through actually being a little bit more in nature, observing the animals, as well as interpreting interpreting the dreams of, you know, different animals that I've seen or had a message from, as well as you know, certain things that I come across in my day-to-day, from things as far as, you know, seeing an image of an animal to a certain phrase or word. So this is what I've just been gathering, and I've been doing my notes on it. So I'm going to go through it just a little bit here. I've just been saying how it's a really strong emphasis, and how zebra and bat go hand in hand with this energy. You know what I mean? Zebra representing family, confidence, grace, and clearing of illusion, as well as you can almost set an illusion, because zebra has, you know, the black and white stripe. You know what I mean? And it can kind of blend in like a camo type of aspect. So you can either create your own illusion and get lost in your illusion, or you can clear all illusion and truly pursue your path in a passionate way. You know what I mean? It's like you're taking a new project, because the new moon represents taking action, taking initiative, putting all the work in. So when the next full moon rolls around, you know, you have that fruit, you have that, for lack of a better word, like reward or gift. You know what I mean? And see, the reason the zebra and bat go hand in hand, because they both deal with illusion, clearing illusion, or you know, kind of reflecting on the illusion at hand, whether that's in the light or in the dark. You know what I mean? You gotta have balance to the two. You gotta truly understand your energy first and foremost, and know how the external energies are playing out, so that way you're not lost into an illusion, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So bat, let me speak on bat really quick. So bat represents rebirth, longevity, secrecy to a certain degree. It's kind of like not expressing everything that you experience, dream, think about, or passionate about, but express the things to your soul group, to your people, to your family, to the people that you really resonate with, so that that energy can be expanded and grow. But some things you got to keep in, you know what I mean, and marinate on. Some things you got to build up a little bit more. Some things that you might never choose to express about, but you always play these energies out because you're really that way. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Also dealing with you know, being a good listener. Sometimes it's good to you know, not always talk. Sometimes sit back and listen to the listen into the moment completely, to get that clear picture. You know what I mean? See, it also deals with clearing illusion. You know what I mean? Also journeying into your inner depth. So your inner depth, like, that very much so ties in with secrecy. Like your inner depth, only you know your inner depth. Only you know your yin realm. Only you know that the depth that you carry. But you can choose to express certain things in a deep way. But that inner depth is much more vast than anything or anyone can perceive, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I would just like reflecting on these, taking some notes on these, and just seeing how these two go hand in hand within this energy. Because we're gonna, like I said, the theme, it seems, is Earth's teaching communicated. So everything that we've been learning from an earthly, from that earthly energy, from that logical energy, kind of being more grounded, or being able to take off, take flight, like a bird. We can be grounded, and we can take off. Be unpredictable with that energy. But more so, it's not really like speaking about it to a point where it becomes like repetitive or forceful. More so, it's just letting your passion speak for itself, letting your passion speak. You know what I mean? Because with this energy, passion is just anger with an outlet. You know what I mean? If you don't have an outlet, then it becomes anger, then it becomes frustration. But if you have an outlet, if you have something you can put that passion towards within your path, then you can freely flow. You know what I mean? With that being said, too, see, this reflects because Mars is passion, is anger. That's what it represents in your chart. And depending on where it is, that's where the energy is going to play out. You know what I mean? And Mars right now is actually going into Aries, I believe. So it's at home at Aries. And there's also elements of, I don't want to be too misleading with the astrological makeup, because right now I didn't really write about that. I was just learning more so, reflecting upon the totem animals, the spirit animals that are kind of just playing these energies out and kind of giving guidance. So if one of these resonates with you, then you might want to play it out. So I'm going to go through those first. I'll talk about the energies as far as the planets in a minute. But, next one I wanted to bring up is Roadrunner. This one's been coming back for the last couple of cycles for whatever reason. And, it's a very strong connection to both Capricorn and Aquarius. It tends to play a lot of Capricorn characteristics, as it does deal with, curiosity, learning new concepts, as well as, humor, not being too serious or too strict with your things. It's kind of just being, really just joking around, just taking things, but just being light in spirit, basically. But there is a time to be serious. There is a time to be, to set that clear boundary. You know what I mean? All of that. But, Roadrunner, just being quick with your mental concepts, quick with your learning processes, but at the same time, too, taking your time. You don't have to rush anything. You don't have to force anything, but do things in your way. You know what I mean? Also, it's an important time for balance, and just igniting that passion within, at least in my experience, and probably in yours too, and as well as, just the energies at hand are displaying this passion or aggression. It's going to come up in some way, shape, or form, but how you choose to perceive it is what's most important. Are you going to utilize it in a beneficial way, or are you going to utilize it in a non-beneficial way? You know what I mean? Also, with that being said too, just basically whatever house that your Mars lands in, and whatever house that Aquarius is in, well, your Mars energy is going to activate passion or aggression in that particular house. Whether it's positive or negative, it's our choice and how we choose to utilize it, right? So basically, it's all up to you. Right now is not really a time to pay attention to anybody else necessarily. Yes, you're going to communicate. Yes, you're going to have people around you. But at the same time, too, it's a strong tendency to focus. Because right now it is with that earth energy. It's doing those rituals, letting go of those non-beneficial things. Letting go of any bottled up emotion or anything that came up in the past full moon that maybe you needed to work on. So let that stuff go. And then right now, as this new moon comes up, put in the new intentions, put in the new action, create your own little ritual to take initiative along a new venture, a new project, a new, whatever it would be. You know what I mean? And just make sure you do it with passion. If the aggression does come up, then that really is showing that it's something that you need to let go, need to cleanse, or just like really face it head on, face that shadow aspect or lower nature head on. You know what I mean? That being said, too, what else do I want to bring up? Really, I don't really have that many notes because I'm really just, just going about it. The energies are gonna play out how the energies are gonna play out, and really, you really don't need anybody to tell you. But it's important to know the transits, know the totems that come along with it, know the crystals maybe you want to work with, and just mainly it's just knowing and trusting your feeling, trusting your intuition, and really having attunement to yourself first and foremost. That way the outside energies do not disrupt your inner being. You know what I mean? But you have to kind of be able to float through the waves, or at times go against the grain and do something new. But you got to make sure you're in tune first and foremost. You know what I mean? And basically it's like elevating that lower nature, like, because that passion is going to start in your lower chakras. It starts in your root, sacral, and solar plexus. So if you have those in tune, you can freely move up. Like I talked in my other couple videos, you can freely move through all your chakra wheels, all your chakra energies. You know what I mean? All your energy orbs, whatever you want to call it. But make sure you have that passion for that idea. Make sure you marinate on that idea. Make sure you develop that idea, and it's truthful within your heart first and foremost. You know what I mean? You're letting the mind drift with the current of the heart. It all starts, with that truthful vibe. Because if you're out here faking in this world, you're surely gonna be left naked. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I really don't have that much to say, but I wanted to speak about a couple crystals. So, some very beneficial crystals to work with at this time would be amethyst, as amethyst is actually the birthstone of February. So now we're in this February season, if you want to put it in terms like that. So amethyst is very, very beneficial when we're dealing with higher vibrational energy, dealing with intuition, dealing with your intuitive eye, seeing things for what they are, not what you wish them to be. You know what I mean? Be careful what you wish for, because sometimes you just might get it. But more so, it's just about what you really deserve. Be truthful with everything that you do. Also, blue apatite deals with a similar energy, and both of these crystals are crystals for Aquarius. So blue apatite is dealing with that appetite for appetite for destruction, if you choose to utilize, if you choose to focus on it. Appetite for creativity, appetite for your passionate project or venture, whatever you choose. It's that throat chakra, it's that third eye, it's dealing with that passion, and it also helps release anger. So that might be a very beneficial one to work with if that passion doesn't have an outlet and it turns into anger, or an angry situation comes up, or a frustrating situation comes up. Blue apatite might be one you might want to work with. And speaking of passion and aggression, aka Mars, dealing with that Aries energy, you might want to, since it is in Aries, that is, you might want to utilize Bloodstone or moshighni or Dragon's Blood Jasper, because all of these deal with that passion or aggressive type energy. And with that being said, too, Bloodstone is a beneficial crystal for Aries. So, and that deals with very much so the heart chakra and the root. And look at this, I'm even wearing the colors red and green and low bell white. See how it work out and everything. But yeah, I actually just did a video on that, so you can check out that. I didn't go super in depth on it. I just kind of left it alone. But basically, you can do your own research. You really don't need to watch. I mean, I might do another in-depth video on it, but I'm not really feeling it right now, so I'm just leaving it at that. Moshighni deals with the similar energy, dealing with the connection to nature. Dealing with your heart energy, being able to communicate with the elementals, also being very grounded to that aspect. And Dragon's Blood Jasper also deals with, like I said in my other video, the fury or curiosity. I don't know if that's a word. Maybe I'm making it up. But either way, it deals with that throat chakra, that heart, that root, and as well as being able to kind of move freely with that, you know, being grounded, but being up in the air at the same time. Because like if you think of the terminology of a dragon, yes, it's a mythical creature. Yes, it's like a lower vibrational creature at times, but it's grounded, but it can take flight. So it's unpredictable, but it's unique. It's unique. So, you know, be unique to you, be truly you, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Also, since I brought it up in my last couple energy waves of the moon playlist and all that type of stuff, you know, utilizing the opposite zodiac from the transits, but you're not necessarily going against the wave, you're just utilizing it internally. So this would be like understanding your emotional state to create, you know what I mean? AKA igniting your creativity and expression. Because what's the opposite of Aquarius? Opposite of Aquarius is Leo. What's the opposite of Capricorn? Opposite of Capricorn is Cancer, you know what I mean? So these opposite elements, you might want to utilize a crystal like moonstone, or you might want to utilize that one in general because it's dealing with the moon energy. And malachite, they're both dealing with the moon energy, you know what I mean? But moonstone is like a power crystal for Leo, and malachite is a crystal that really resonates with Cancer, you know what I mean? And that's dealing with the divine feminine, the yin energy, the internal energy, you know what I mean? Truly being able to meditate, marinate, and elevate through your emotional state, you know, being the true you, your emotional state, how you feel within, you know what I mean? And get into the bottom of those things, you know what I mean? Also, you know, I'm going to throw a couple of these in here, citrine, pyrite, and tiger's eye. You can utilize them all at once if you choose to, or you can utilize one at a time, or only one if one really resonates with you, or like two of them and a duet. You know, it really is up to you. But these are ones that I've been personally using, and ones that resonate with me, because when it's time to take that action, these are the ones that help you, you know, truly take action upon the things that, you know, really resonate with you. That you know, how do I put that? Because all these crystals are like a reflection of our energy. I don't mean to go off on too much of a tangent, but it's like utilize these to stimulate that willpower. Yes, there's a time to lay back, and yes, there's a time to take action. But as this new moon comes up, it's the time to take action. You know what I mean? Whether it's seen or unseen, you're still taking action. You know, nourish that seed, plant that seed, water that seed, so that fruit is fresh and pure. You know what I mean? And just a side note too, something that I thought was interesting is the tiger's eye that I've been personally working with. Not to get too personal on that level, but anything dealing with blue, yellow, for whatever reason. Blue, yellow has been the combination. Tiger's eye piece that I've been working with has blue, yellow. Also, if you don't have that particular piece, or maybe you can't find it, or it doesn't resonate with you, whatever, you can pair tiger's eye with lapis lazuli. Like, actually, I have in this necklace too. So, like I said, that combination of blue and yellow really resonate. As lapis lazuli is, you know, a trio in itself, because it deals with the first eye, the throat, and the solar plexus. Tiger's eye deals with the solar plexus, as well as, you know, the lower orbs, or the lower chakra, that is, the solar plexus down to the root, kind of dealing with that energy there. But it also, you know, a lot of times has blue tiger's eye, which can deal with the throat. So sometimes you can get it one in the same, one in the whole. You know what I mean? It all depends if it resonates with you. With that being said, too, what was I gonna add? I was gonna add something else. I'm trying to keep this video short because I know everybody got things to do, right? But what was I gonna say? Oh, I wanted to bring up a couple other totem animals that were just very important for whatever reason. Like I said, you know, after the full moon just passed, it's the shedding, so you release all that, anything that was non-beneficial, you release any emotional state, anything that came up, anything, just any tension, basically. And then for the new moon, you have all that fresh, so you can plant that new seed, you can take that new action, you can just be, basically, you can just be fresh and clean, right? And I saw the correlation between Badger and how Badger represents courage, aggression, or passion, depending on how you perceive it and how you utilize it. You know what I mean? Determination, and, you know, the energy conductor and healer. You know what I mean? So basically, you're your own healer. You're a lot more powerful than you think. You have a lot more strength than you think. Don't be playing victim because something comes up. You know what I mean? My video cut off. I watched that storage space. I don't know what happened. But anyways, like I was saying, I was talking about how you don't want to play victim to your own energies or to a spoiled seed that you might have manifested. If that comes up, let it go. You know, we are the healers and killers. We are healers and killers, basically. So, you know, you have the power to heal your own energy. Don't look externally for somebody else to heal you. You know what I mean? Yes, there can be a collaboration or like bringing a new perspective. You know, it's all cool, but you got to heal yourself first and foremost. It all starts within. So stop looking for external things. You know what I mean? And basically, that's just like I have a whole little a whole little paragraph written, just intuitive insight vibe that I wrote about Badger. I'm gonna do that in a whole nother video. But basically, Badger is like the rawness of the situation, the rawness of, you know, be truly courageous in what you choose to do, and what you choose to express, and who you really are. You know what I mean? Be courageous in it, and you know, pursue that passion. Be determined, and don't let nobody shake you from that determination. You know what I mean? But yes, there's a time to reflect. Yes, there's a time to sit back. Yes, there's a time to collaborate. Yes, yeah. But there's also a time to sit back and handle your business. There's also a time to sit in your sacred space, your alone time. You know what I mean? Your solitude. You know what I mean? But at the same time, too, it's all a balance thing. A balance thing between your energies. And yes, you don't have to really beat this over your head like a broken drum. You just understand this. You know what I mean? Your inner harmony is healing. So make sure you're in tune and in harmony. That's basically what Badger brings about. So be the healer that you are and know you can be within yourself first and foremost before you choose to express or utilize any external element. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, you know, like I said, the theme of this new moon, once again, is Earth's teaching communicated, or let your passion speak. Let your passion speak for itself. You know what I mean? Be truly passionate about what you want to do, or what you deserve to do. You know what I mean? And pursue that thing, that person, place, or thing. You know what I mean? That's a better way to put it. And basically, just do it. Just do it. Don't let anything distract you. And that's really all I have to say. Hope that was helpful. So yeah, peace, and harmony. Hope everybody doing their thing, staying in tune, living and loving life on that high heart frequency.